Alright, so got a few things here for the snowmobile, and not cheap. I can't believe how much they charge for this stuff. So this is the tool to take off the primary clutch. There's a few ways to do this. You can use a bolt that's about this long, and you can one way is to put water inside the tube where the bolt fits in, and then Teflon tape the hell out of this to try to seal it, and then push it through and use hydro pressure to pop the clutch off. Another way is to just stuff bread in there, and then once you get enough bread in there and squeeze a bolt into it, that pressure will also pop it off. I've done that actually with some old bearings and items on my old 46 Ford. And anyways, I sprung for the tool because I might have to do it a few times. Probably just better just to get that done and get it done right. And then carb kit. This wasn't the worst. This was $100, but it's for both carbs. So 50 bucks a carb. You can probably buy carbs from China for 50 bucks each, but we're going to go ahead and do those if we need to. And this is the clutch kit. This clutch kit, believe it or not, just the rebuild kit, was $280. $280 Canadian. I mean, you know, that's probably only 100 bucks American or so, but that's a lot of money just for all these little pieces, buttons and bearings, and not even bearings, these are just the bushings, pins, all those things, roller bearings and shims. So let's get that done first, and we'll see if we can't get this thing moving, and then probably later on another video I'll do the carbs. All right. So much easier wearing gloves than washing your hands. You learn that after many, many years of having greasy hands and fingernails. Definitely don't need a hold down tool. You know, they sell this tool that hooks in here and hits the bottom there. Stick anything in there. Breaker bar, piece of metal, rebar, whatever. Put it up against this metal piece here, or down in here is fiberglass, so you wouldn't want to do that. This was metal here, so that worked out well. Anyways, once it pops, it's loose as a goose. It just comes right off. Look at that. Easy to get that off the belt then. And there she is. The face on this looks okay. It looks like it's in good shape. A little bit of belt rub in there, but hoping that the rebuild kit is what makes the difference. So let's take this over to the bench and set her up there. Alright, so we got her over at the bench here. What we need to do is make something that fits into here so that we can mount it to the vise without it spinning around in order to get the top plate off, get to the spider gears. This will just keep spinning, and there's no way to hold it in a vise if you don't make some kind of tool for the bottom. I'm sure you can buy a tool for the bottom. Alright, so here's my idea to make a tool for the bottom here to hold it into the vise. I have this piece of metal here. Not sure exactly what it's for. I've used it for a lot of things in the past, pulling on things, extending things. In this case, I think if I put a couple of bolts strategically in here with the nut stuck in there, maybe one lined up like this, one in the middle, one on that side, one on that side. And I could put something else on the bottom and get into the vise, or just get this into the vise like that actually. Probably would hold alright. So let's sort that out and see if I can't, of course here I have my giant bolt. Alright, so here's what I came up with. I had these long nuts here that just put a bolt through them, and had these long nuts that attach two bolts together. And then I had this thicker carriage bolt, I think it's for a suspension piece or something, and it just has threaded on each end, and a nice rounded piece in there so it doesn't damage anything. So I just set that into the vise. And this one locates the center, and these two locate the outer bits here. You can get it on there, and the thing won't go back and twist when you pull that spider gear off. So let's get the top off, and then we'll twist that spider off. Okay, then I added these bits on the sides here to hold it down and hold it steady. This side just has a bolt and a washer, holds that end. This side has another piece of metal sandwiched over top of it as a wedge. Looks like a nut with almost a castellated, looks like a threaded bolt that needs a castellated nut to fit in there. Or if we can just stick a piece of rebar through here and twist the whole spider off from the shaft. I'll do a little research and find out. The other thing I want to do while it's out is I have this kit as well, the starter teeth. Now it's pretty chewed up, not sure if you can see that very well. See if I can get in there. Some of them are pretty broken up. So I have that kit as well. I can pull the starter out, change that, and then hopefully we get both those things done at the same time. First, get this battery disconnected. Don't need that jumping around and sparking. And let's get set up here and pull this starter out. All right, now I've got this up on the bench here. Give it a bit of a clean on the outside. And take it apart. All right, now we got the starter up on the bench here, and I gave it a bit of a clean. These have these little plastic tips on it. Here's the new parts. Got the ring gear, or sort of pinion gear. That's the piece that holds it in the back and slides it up and down from there. This is the cover, another new cover. A couple of shims. This is the back piece, goes underneath here. Front piece that goes underneath, and spring in the middle. So basically these things just pop off here, these plastic caps. You give them a bit of a tug here. Let's turn it this way. There you go. And you can see the pieces that are in here. So there's a circlip that's underneath here. That holds this top piece on, bushing, and then there's a spring in the back bushing, and then that comes off as well. So easiest way to get this off is to push this back. So you see it's generally, that actually came off really easily, but generally it's just up on the top of there, so you can push it back, or you can use a little socket, drive that back, and then you got your circlip pretty much open to the wind here. You can get it off with something like that, or pretty much anything come off. Probably usually if I put this in the vise. Alright, so here's one way to do it. Just grab the edge of it underneath there. Generally the open end, right near the open end there. Should be able to come up here. There it is. Pops off like that. Off come the pieces. That's the circlip that holds it in. Spring. Oh, look, the spring is broken. That definitely wasn't helping. That piece. And the winder. So, let's get all these pieces back in the right way. Winder. Still live. All right, bit of a different angle, and it's basically the reverse. You know what, I'll put it this way, maybe you can see it a bit better, things going on rather than straight up and down. Let's see, move that over a touch. Yeah, a touch more. There we go. So spiral that goes on these spiral teeth. Bottom, that's the one that spins up when it turns. And then with the rubber backing on the Bendix gear. This kit came with these 2 spacers. They certainly weren't in the on the original, but I have them here. I had 2, now I have 1. Oh, there's the other one. There's the other one. Okay, then this little piece with a little ridge here, not sure what that's for, goes there, and that locates the spring. New spring fits inside that one, so make sure that's facing so that the cup can hold the spring there. The flat side against these little spacers, shims I guess. And then that goes in there. And then this piece here that has the circlip in it. Push that down and on and locate this circlip. So to locate the circlip, you're going to want to have probably a little tiny socket would fit that right on there. That would be nice. Or of course if you had a spreader, some type of tool that was opposite to this. I think I have one somewhere, and you could spread it and then put it on there quite easily. So let's see if I have that tool. If not, we'll just use the socket. It's on there. So one thing you might want to do is just give it a bit of a squeeze, make sure it's nice and tight, but then this cup holds it in there as well. So there she is, got the new spring, nice new teeth, ready to go back in. Oh, don't forget your nice new cap. Beautiful. Alright, so that's in. Nice new teeth on there. Look at it, shiny, shiny teeth. They just went to the dentist. Should work out well. It's got a nice strong spring in it. Okay, power's back on there. I'll do the battery up later. Got to finish this, and I could do the carbs, I guess. I was going to do the carbs. I rebuilt those with all the stuff out of the way, so it would be easy to get them off and rebuilt. So let's do those at the same time. Oh, lots of fuel in there. That's a good sign. Let's get a cup. going to label those tubes. Alright, so just label this one. This one's just basically an overflow, goes between the two carbs. Hits the floor. And then these two go to the air box. It's back here when it's set up. Get rid of these guys. Needles. Jury. Alright, so I've got those out and just draining right now. The pan here. Give them a not quick and dirty rebuild, a good and clean rebuild. Get rid of that gas there and put it back in. Alright, so we're back to the Polaris snowmobile saga. It's been going on for a while. I guess like the, oh, I hear Danneberg outside. She hears me in the garage. Oh, let's go let her in. Hang on. Oh, Danneberg, do you want to come in? I think you do. Oh, I can hear her. She's like, let me in. What are you doing in there without me? Hang on a second. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Danneberg, where are you? Look how beautiful it is out here. Sunny days. Oh, gorgeous. Not a whisper of wind. Look at that. Look at the flag. That's pretty rare that that flag is hanging down. Oh, there you are. Where you been? Where you been? What you up to? What you up to? You outside by yourself? Oh, what you doing now by yourself outside? Want to come in? Come on in. Come be a shop dog. Come inside and be a shop dog. There you go. Oh, you guys seen this video of this Mini Cooper yesterday. Dirty air cleaner causing its issues. Hi, sweetheart. Yes, you want to come inside and hang out with Dad? Yes. I know. Oh, I know. You're so good. Look at that coat. Look at that big winter coat you have on. Oh, that's good. You're a good-looking dog. Oh, yes, you're a good-looking dog. Oh, you're so happy. You're so happy. You're so happy. Okay, come on. Let's go do our thing. We were working on the Polaris snowmobile. Sorry for the running around here with the camera. But we were working on the carburetors, Danneberg. Can I help you with the carburetors? Probably not. Okay. So let's take a look at what's happening. We have said kit, 2 carburetors apparently. Hopefully that's the case. Got a lot of little parts in there. I think they put like the screws for the carburetor to hold the bowl on and stuff in there too. That's a lot of stuff. Anyways. That will be helpful. And then here's the 2 carbs. Hopefully these seem like they're in pretty good shape. Not too brittle. Try not to break those off. So let's get it apart and clean her up. Get some air in there. How to go. Put some glasses on because I'm old. And of course that's Phillips. Hello, Philip. Oh, I didn't think I had these on. I didn't have these apart too long ago, but they're already pretty tight. I squeezed them tight. Shall we do one at a time so that we don't get mixed up? I also have the jets now, or the needles, sorry. Get them changed out. They'll be like new. Commence fast forward now. No, not a hammer on the carburetor. Well, no. This is impact driver kit that helps to remove okay, just remember to turn the big lights on, so that helps. And I also forgot to put my gloves on because I hate having my hands smell like gas and having to scrub grease out of under the fingernails. Alright, back to it. This is impact driver, one of the best tools in my toolbox. You can't get something stuck out like that and you're about to round out those a screw like that. This is what you should use. So first of all, you make sure it's going the right way. Seat it in there. Hold everything down nice and tight. Give it a tappy tap tap. As they say, a love tap. And look at that. Super easy. Twist, twist, twist. Out it comes. That's the one you need. Well, that's nice that the kit came with new screws because I definitely will put one in there. Up goes. Oh yeah, look at. I just cleaned these out like last year. There's already goo in there, like a lot of goo. Like that's unbelievable. Like look at this. Like that is fresh goo from the gas. Not good. Okay, so we have new gaskets. Get these babies off here. Spray these out. So this is what I ended up with. Soft brush. Get in there. That will be nice and clean now. That like so. Editing here. These are so far out of spec. over and blow it out. Okay, so here's a good trick that I learned a long time ago, generally on brake drums, but anything where you got two of, always leave the other one together. Don't take everything apart at the same time. So then you can have a reference as to how it goes back together. So, you know, there's a whole ton of pieces here. Could be confusing. So this one hasn't been taken apart yet. We know that goes there and that the seat goes there. So we know that the pieces there are where they should be. So that's a reference for us to get everything back together in the right spot with that one. So we determined that this is a 340. Very difficult to read. I used the magnifying glass, 2 pairs of glasses, all kinds of things. I do believe it says 340, and here's a 340 here. On it goes. By hand is good. And then we need the needle and seat that go down there. Goes in back in here. Seat it generally in out 1.5 turns to start with. Seated. Half. 1/2. Very scientific. There we go. And I think this only goes one way. We do not know. Yes, it does. See? We do know. Screw, 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 screw. World's simplest carburetors took me world's longest time. Kind of disconcerting when they send you hundreds of extra parts. Okay, back to the air blow machine. I'll be right back. Newly cleaned. This faces this way. There's a little tube that goes in between. That goes to the air box. So let's see which is the longest one here. I imagine the shortest one would go on that side. Set these up middle of the road for now. That's the choke. Cinch that down with a wrench in a second. Then closest one of these two, he's got to make sure that those two little nibs inside there hit the edge, sliding edge of this. You want to be very careful. It has a precision chrome surface. Get that in there and get the little needle in there to seat properly. Flop right in there. Let's stir it up this way and it'll sit down nice and straight. There she is. That old needle had to seat right inside there before you can tip it the other way around. Cinch this down before my back goes out. And it's about halfway, I think. Routed the wrong way there. Okay, this clampy clamp. Make sure that sits nice and straight. Let's get a screwdriver and a wrench to clamp that up. Full. Oh, yes it is. Half inch. It's a half an incher. Very good. Get this guy in. Sweet. Sweetness. Cinch, 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 cinch. Right, still sitting straight. Little carburetor. Yes. Vacuum leaks would be nice. Alright. Number 2, dual carb action. Fiddle around until it falls into the hole inside there. Come on. Come on. Gravity. Oh, there it goes. Gravity, friend and enemy to the masses. Cinch. Choke cable there. Not bending the crap out of anything. Attaches to the air box in the back. One hose here. Second hose here. engine vacuum here. Alright, so now we know we have clean carbs. The clamps. They did give me those other kind of specialized snowmobile clamps, but these seem to be in good shape. There we go. Let's get the airbox in there. I will attach that there. That's already greased up from last time. Get to this stuff. Let's do the clutch. Click. Oh, 3 times. Come on. Don't be a nut. There we go. What did I just say about tightening it? Let's just double check that. Tight. Okay. Floppy weight. Floppy weight. Floppy weight. Nothing binding. That's the way it should be. And this has very little play in it. Up and down, nice. Oh, probably doesn't have a spring in there. Where's my spring? There's my spring. Not supposed to move that easily, but supposed to move smoothly. Okay, now put this baby back on, back in the right spot. There's my X's. X marks the spot. Put it on there. Get her started. Oh, that's a strong spring, isn't it? That's a strong. What is the torque spec for Polaris clutch plate cover? 100 inch-pounds. Thank you, Google Assistant. I just happen to have inch-pound torque wrench. Old school. Craftsman. Probably bought this when I was 16 years old. That would be, oh my god, 40 years ago. Plus 43. Okay, so 100 inch-pounds, not very much. Click. These ones don't click. Read. Oh, look how loosey that one was. 100. In the olden days, I don't think they cared as much. 100. Good to go. Thank you. Alrighty, let's slappy this back in. Right, nice. Oh yeah, difference. Biggie dippy. So, let's see it all the way. This will come out to meet it. Hello gear. There. There. I'm going old school because I was using the other one, the inch-pound one. So I thought I'd use the old Craftsman one instead of the clicky click. That's about 60. close. Look at that. Ooh. 80. Clicky. Everybody thinks everything should click now, but it used to be silence. Right, Danica? What do you do all day? What do you do all day?
Look, I'm gonna pose.
Just look, I'm gonna pose so you can rub my belly with your foot.
We know she doesn't fetch. That's the thing you don't do all day. Try to get her to fetch. Oh, what a joke.
Okay. Not a fetcher.
Well, she does occasionally, but today she was.
More like I'll lay down and you rub my belly.
Don't forget to leave a like or subscribe, and if you can, share this video. Thank you.